Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Valeria and I am an intuitive reader who loves to share messages of positivity and empowerment through my readings. I also love to help people through my readings with creating the version of reality that they want to see and they want to desire through messages based upon a law of assumption and by inspiring people to make their own choices. So as you can see from today's title of this video, we're going to have a look at messages from your pets. I actually was inspired by my own dog. I have this little cute chihuahua who I absolutely love, but I often wonder what is going on in his head, what is he thinking, and what is he thinking about me. So I was like, why don't I just pick a card in which we're going to have a look at what your pets are thinking about you or just thinking in general. Also, if I made sure to include not just your pets that you currently have, but pets you have in the past, some whom may have passed away perhaps, but also any other kind of animals that you hang around with, like horses, or maybe you live on a farm and there are cows and goats there, or just maybe there is this little bird who comes to your windowsill every morning. I don't know, maybe you're Snow White or something. So whatever your case is, we're just going to have a look at any pet or any animal that has a message for you. So do keep in mind that this is a general reading. I am at the moment not offering any personal readings because I'm having trouble with my Etsy shop. Also, feel free to claim any messages from this reading, and if you hear something during this reading that you would like to change or that does not resonate for you, remember that pick-a cards only predict the most likely outcome and you still have the power to change your future. So with all that out of the way, let's now introduce our piles for today. For pile number 1 over here, we have the rose quartz. For pile number 2, we have the citrine. And for pile number 3 over here, we have the green Adventurine. So these are all beautiful crystals who represent love and happiness in some kind of way. So I am already very excited for you guys' reading to start. So you can pause the video if you need to meditate on the cards or on the crystals. Once you have selected your pile, you can skip to your reading using the timestamps I will provide for you down below. And once you have done so, I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You selected the rose crystal with this card over here. So I'm going to have a look at this card first to see what kind of general message this pet has for you, and then we'll dive into the tarot. So let's just see what we have here. We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held, and I am getting very emotional. There's also a lot of water in here, so your pet or your animal fitted to your situation. We're probably going to get deeper into which pet or which animal this exactly is, but it definitely feels like an animal that's around you a lot, because this animal senses that you are very tired. You're exhausted even. You are exhausting yourself, could be physically, also mentally and spiritually, maybe all of the above or just one of the three. And this animal, this pet, is telling you that it's very necessary, it's very important for you to retreat and to rest and be held. This animal is very intelligent when it comes to that, when it comes to resting up and recharging yourself. So maybe this animal has a very laid back personality. It loves to sleep, it loves to take naps. It's not very active, not very playful. And that this message that this animal has for you is to learn from them, to also retreat and to replenish and to take care of yourself. This animal has like a very simplistic view. It's like, well, pal number one, if you are tired, why don't you just sleep in? Why don't you just take a break? So this animal is like not understanding why you are exhausting yourself so much. And with the water over here, I also feel like you can replenish yourself using water. You can take a bath. I am also seeing roses here, so you could add like rose petals to your bath, or any other kind of shampoo or like a bath oil that has a rose or like a rosy perfume will work really well with you, because roses to me also are connected to the heart chakra and to self-love as well. So give yourself some self-love, take care of yourself, take a bath or go swimming or whatever, take a shower. And your animal is very concerned about your health. It is very aware of how exhausted you are, and it's asking you to take a break and to take a breather and to rest. Maybe even go on a getaway for a weekend, or go on a camping trip, go on a vacation. Maybe you could even take your animal on a walk or on a trip to somewhere near a body of water, like a river, a lake, an ocean. Maybe this animal loves to play in the water as well. Maybe it even is an animal, or an animal that has like water in its natural habitat. So this animal wants to share its knowledge on knowing when it is time to rest with you. And it's telling you now it's time to rest. You are exhausted. You need this rest. This is not like an exaggeration, and you are like not making this up. You are truly tired. You are truly in need of a break. And even if you don't feel it in this moment, it will kick in at some point, because I feel like you might be just pushing through this exhaustion. So you push it away and you don't really recognize it, but that means that you are actually not replenishing your energy, and in the end that is only making like your situation worse. It's only draining you more. So with that message, let's now get into the tarot. Let's see what else this pet has to say for you, or maybe there are multiple pets and animals who have a message for you. Let's see, this card came out, which is the Lover's card. So this animal is asking you to love yourself, like much more. You know how animals, especially dogs, they are capable of unconditional love. So it could be that this is a dog of yours, because this animal loves you unconditionally. They see you as kind of like a soulmate. You are their human soulmate basically, and they love being with you. They love cuddling with you. They love just like, I don't know, like sitting down on a couch or like sitting down anywhere with you. And we also have the Three of Wands. So this animal also feels like you bring an element of adventure to their life. So not only do they like love to love you, they love to be loved by you, but they also love to, like I said before, to go on a walk or to go on a trip, to go to the forest, to go somewhere in nature. And especially long walks is what this animal really loves. So like I said, it's likely a dog, but it could also be another animal just fitted to your situation. And this animal loves you so much. It sees how worthy you are and how beautiful you are, and that is also why it's like not understanding why you are so hard on yourself and why you are not resting up and why you're not taking care of yourself, because this animal is like, Pile number 1 is the absolute best. They're so amazing. I love them so much. Each time we hang out, it's just a blast. But for some reason, they don't really see themselves like that. They don't really take care of themselves like they take care of me. So yeah, that is what this animal is asking you, to take care of yourself as you take care of this animal, or even of animals in general, because I do feel like, I mean, there is a reason why this animal loves you so much. It's because you have a genuine deep connection with this animal. And it could be that you just have that with animals in general, because we also have the Hierophant, and we have the 5 of Pentacles, which came out in reverse. Now, I usually don't read reverse, but this is just giving me like a heads up that there is something specific about this card that I need to I need to look for. So the first thing that came to my mind is that this animal might be in the spirit realm, or they are like sick at this moment. So if your animal is not sick at this moment, it's not like a prediction that they're going to get sick, so don't worry. But maybe this animal is like really old, a little bit sick, and that is why this energy is coming through, or they are on the side of the spirit realm already. But even if that's the case, even if they did pass on already, this animal is still cares so much for you, and still loves you so much, and is still watching over you, just like it did when it was still with you, when it was still alive with you. Now, if this is not an animal that passed on, again, it could be like that this animal is just really old. Maybe it's a rescue. You rescued this dog, or you adopted it from like another place, another household where it was not completely happy. So in a way, this animal feels like you indeed rescued it. You saved it from a place where it was not it was not the right place for them, because this animal does not want to judge like the past owners, because it does not have that, like, judgment or hate, or it does not hold grudges, this animal. Probably animals in general don't really do that, unless they've been like really abused, of course. But like I said, this animal does not really hold grudges towards its past owners. It's just like, that happened, that was not the right place for me, but now they do really feel safe with you, and they are very grateful that you rescued them. I'm also getting that for some of you, this might have been a pet from like your parents, or like an older couple, or maybe like someone, like a relative that like moved away and could not take this pet with them. Or like I said, maybe it's like your parents or your grandparents who passed away or something, or who could not take the dog with them to the place they were going, so you took the dog, or the animal, whatever it was. I just had an image of a dog, but it could be another animal as well. So you like took the dog, you took the you took the animal in, so this animal changed owners, basically. We also have the Queen of Swords, so this animal definitely, also with this 5 of Pentacles, you see how there's this lady and there's this little kid that's hiding in her dress. This animal really sees you as a protector and as a caretaker. So even if this is like just an animal that does not like need any special care, it's not really sick or anything, still this animal really appreciates how much you take care of it. Maybe because it comes from a different household, from different owners that were not that caring as you are. So let's see, we have our last tarot card here, which are the 7 of Coins, the 7 of Pentacles. So even if this animal has passed away already, and if it has not, in the future it will of course eventually pass away, but whatever the case is, once this animal is on the spirit side, it will still be with you. It will still watch over you. And I'm also getting that even when both of you have moved on to the spirit side, you will still be like very good friends. You will still be like soulmates, like I mentioned before. This animal cares for you a lot because you're taking, or you took care of it really well. You were a protector, you are a protector in their eyes, someone who takes care of like animals. So you take care of animals, and animals cannot really defend themselves against humans, or they if, for example, like dogs or cats or whatever living on the street, they often don't get treated well. They get hit by cars, they're starved, they get diseases and things like that. So your animal really appreciates it that you decided to take care of it, and you decided to like take it, into your home. Like I said, I'm mostly feeling like I'm feeling for most of you guys that this is a domestic animal and not necessarily like a farm animal or anything like that. With this card over here as well, because there are multiple swans on this card along with this girl, maybe you have multiple animals, you have multiple dogs, you have multiple cats or whatever, and if that is the case, all these animals are speaking as a collective towards you. So it's not just one animal that is giving you this message, but it's like your whole all the animals that you're taking care of, all the animals in your house who are collectively telling you this. So let's now move on to the oracle cards. Let's start with this one. So let's see if there are any more messages that this animal or these animals have for you. For pile number 1, what is it you want them to know? Let's see, we have the card Compromise. So this is kind of going back to the whole story of you being exhausted. These pets are like telling you that, or like they're telling me, they're giving me the idea that there's something that you have to do, or you had to do, in order to basically just be able to live. Like maybe you have to work really hard in order to earn money, maybe you had to move somewhere, maybe you had to give up on like something like a hobby or a job, maybe you recently broke up, because there's something about you having to sacrifice something, you having to give something away that you don't want to give away. And like these animals are saying like that they can of course not turn back time, they cannot help you with that, but they want you to focus on what it is that you do have. They want you to focus on what it is that you can do, and to not linger on the past, because they want to live in the moment with you. Just like dogs, I am not sure about other animals, but like dogs, they live in the moment, so they forget like what happened like the day before. So for example, if they are doing something wrong, you have to like reprimand them immediately, otherwise they're not going to remember, because dogs completely live in the moment. That is why they don't hold grudges. Dogs live in the moment, and this pet, this animal, wants you to do that as well, to let go of the past hurt and to heal, and to see this compromise or the sacrifice you had to make as a blessing in disguise. And you might not see what the blessing is yet, but these pets, these animals, they are like pushing you away from this past, right? From whatever happened, they are pushing you into the direction of the blessing. So even though you don't see it yet, it's going to be there. it's going to be there eventually, especially with the Lovers card. These animals, they love you so incredibly much. They care for you so much. They protect you as well, especially if you own one or multiple cats. They are very protective over like your energy, so they protect your energetic field. They make sure that lower vibrations stay away from you, and that like energy vampires and things like that cannot really grow attached to you. They are helping you to stay away from those kind of people, or more like to that those kind of people stay away from you. So they just want, your animals want you to focus on love, on the love that exists within your life, because like obviously I don't know your situation, but you should know that you have this. You have this animal or these multiple animals who love you, who support you, who protect you. So even if you don't have anything, you still have this. You still have these pets and these animals around you, which is like absolutely such a beautiful message, pal number one. I was really hoping that these kind of messages would indeed come through in this reading, and they did. So let's see. Let's shuffle this deck for another message. Let's see for pile number one. I just heard the word cow, so maybe there is like this one specific cow that you know, you come in contact with every now and then. It could even be a cow that's standing somewhere in the meadow where you drive past when you go to work or when you go to school or something, and then it's every time it's like the same cow that's watching you drive by. So that's a very specific message. The card we have here is the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So that is a beautiful message for you, pal one. Again, these animals want you to focus on love and to focus on the future, and to forgive whatever happened in the past, whether it's related to a person, to a situation, or even to yourself. Learn to forgive yourself for your past mistakes. I see that that will give you a lot of peace of mind, to simply forgive yourself for any past mistakes you made, even mistakes you like made like 10 years ago. And you know, we all have those embarrassing moments, or whenever something happens that we would wish to forget, but we keep repeating it in our head over and over and over again. And these animals are asking you to forgive yourself for whatever happened, for whatever mistake you made, even if you made like a very wrong choice to do something or to not do something. These animals are telling you it's all in the past. Choose to forgive yourself, and you will heal, and you will reach like a state of mind that is peaceful and that is calm. And choose yourself. Choose to replenish and recharge yourself, and listen to your inner voice. Listen to your intuition is also what they are saying, because you have indeed this like this gut feeling or this intuition that's talking to you, that's telling you something, but you are not listening to that because there's too much chaos going on in your head, basically. And remember that the love that these animals or this animal has for you, it has no boundaries. Like I said before, it's unconditional. It has no boundaries. If you like forget to feed it one day, it's totally fine. They don't hold grudges. They don't suddenly stop loving you because of that, because they know that that is not what makes you great. You know, it's who you are, your personality, your soul that makes you great, and not like any past mistakes you made, or if you forget to do something, or you forget to, like, I don't know, let them out of the cage, or whatever. These animals, they don't care for any mistakes you make or have made. They just want you to be in the moment and to be in to be like in that vibration, that energy of love as well, and of loving yourself, especially if you guys are single and you're struggling to find a relationship or to just find anyone that you really click with. These animals are telling you just focus on yourself, really take care of yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you can't get a relationship or whatever. Like I said, if you have nothing, you at least have these animals or this animal that is taking care of you. So you are not alone. Not at all, pile number one. Let's have a look at our last card for this reading, which is the creation of light with number 19. And in this card, we also have the mention, see the light in all. So there is this whole theme of light going on, also with flowers. There are flowers here, there are roses in this card, also roses here, roses in this card, like there are flowers everywhere. So this is just telling you how beautiful you are. You are a light in the darkness, especially for this animal or these animals. Like I said before, if you rescue them or you save them or something like that, they are so grateful for you, and they really appreciate like that light that you have within, because your actions really show that light that you have and how pure you are and how much you care for animals, how much you care for beings that cannot take care of themselves. Even plants, you know, maybe you're like really kind to plants or flowers, or you really love to just appreciate and be in the moment and appreciate the beauty of flowers or of plants. Also, if you're keeping any plants in your home, they are also like they are raising the vibration in your home as well. And I feel that your animals or animal and these plants that you might have are also they're like also vibing off of each other, if you know what I mean. So like they are also like helping to raise the vibration in your house, and just your vibration and each other's vibration as well. So your animals want you to know that you are this beautiful light. You are extremely beautiful on the inside and on the outside. I see that you might have very long hair. If that's the case, then your animals love your hair. But if that's not the case, you know, it was just an extra message. But regardless of the way that you look, they absolutely love you, because these animals, they do not necessarily see what's on the outside, but they judge what is on the inside. And on the inside, you are a light and you are like a pure being. Even if you like you're asking yourself like, how then I don't feel like this being of light. Well, on the inside you are. And honey, energy does not lie. You might have certain thoughts, you might have certain people telling you things, but energy does not lie. Your energy is pure, your energy is light. And you can like invest in that light. You can raise your vibration by choosing love, by choosing to focus on the things that you love and no longer focus on the things that you hate or that like you feel embarrassed for, anything like that. So with that last message, I am going to end your reading here. Pal number one, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, because I absolutely enjoyed it as well. I'm going to be honest, in the beginning I was feeling very emotional, so I will have to edit certain parts out. I don't know if that like came from you or just my own experience with like animals and the love of animals, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it resonated for you. In case it did, you can always leave a like, you can comment, and you can subscribe so we can see each other in more videos like this. Bye guys! Alright, pal number two, welcome to your reading. You chose this card with the Citrine crystal. So with this card, I will first have a look at like what message this animal has for you, just to get into like the energy a little bit, and then we're gonna go into the tarot. So for you, we have the card Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So this card this message is from an animal that has a very nurturing and motherly energy. This animal is either quite old, or it is an animal, like it's a female animal who had babies, basically. And from that made them very wise. Like whether they're really old or if they had babies, they are very wise, they are very nurturing. And although this animal has a very mature and very wise energy, and just a very like this animal is obvious, it's not like really young or very playful, it's just very mature, it's very calm. Even though that the animal is like that, it has this personality, it's still very nurturing, it's still very loving towards you. I do sense that the relationship with this animal is not like very, very close. Like in pile number 1, we had like one or more animals coming through, and they were really giving the message like to pile number 1, we are soulmates. For you guys, I honestly don't feel like that. This more feels like this animal is cares for you a lot, like an elder sister would like care for a younger sister, something like that. And it's that's like not a bad thing, obviously, because this animal cares for you a lot, as also as if this is your mother in some kind of way. This animal sees themselves as your star mother, so it's very possible that in other lives you incarnated together as well. Or maybe this animal is kind of there as, let's say, a spirit guide who is incarnated with you. So they're kind of like this guide or mentor to like your subconscious. Like consciously you're probably not aware of this, but this animal is like mentoring you, is nurturing you, it's teaching you things. And you might actually, throughout like this animals in your life, you might have indeed learned certain things about like how to take care of animals, or how to be nurturing, or how to love like something that cannot talk back or anything like that. Or maybe it's something entirely different, you know, that you just suddenly realize how important animals are to the planet or to you. So this animal has taught you lots of lessons throughout its lifetime, and that is also the reason why it came to you. So maybe this animal, like, you did not like adopt it really out of your free will. Maybe you just had to take it in, or you did not expect the animal to be like this. Well, who says that? I think it's Caesar Milan that says we don't always get like the dog we want, but we always get the dog that we need. So it's the same case for you. It doesn't have to be a dog, but it's like you don't always get the animal that you want, but you always get the animal that you need. So this animal is or was here, if it has passed on already, to help nurture you and to help guide you, and it really cares for you in like a motherly way. I am like really short of breath, so maybe this animal had trouble with breathing or with its lungs. I just hope that it will pass, because it's hard to talk when I'm this short of breath. But that could be an indication of, you know, your animal, of which animal it is. So what other messages do you have for pile number 2? Yeah, I did not mention this, but I did mention it with a mother, but this definitely feels like a female animal. Also with the babies, obviously only female animals can have babies, so this is definitely a female energy. We have the Five of Cups over here. Let's see what else. Yeah, there might have been some, how do I say this? Some bitterness about the relationship between this animal and you. You might not have actually wanted to get this animal, or the animal did not really like match with your expectations, and maybe in the beginning you had like some trouble in the relationship, and you were just figuring out how to take care of this animal. Maybe it was really difficult to like work with or difficult to take care of, but this was again a lesson for you to learn. Maybe you have a wish to become a mom or a dad. If that is the case, this animal came into your life to like teach you about parenthood, basically, and especially about being a parent when your child is not really listening and not really doing what it is that you're asking of it. If that's not the case for you, if you're not interested in having children, the message here is quite similar. This animal came here to teach you how to deal with people in general that do not listen to you or who do not want to work with you. Maybe you have a job in which you are very much involved with people, or you have to manage people. Maybe you have to work with clients a lot, and you need to know how to deal with people who are like, I am hearing a word and it's not really nice to say, but you know, people who are like assholes, basically. So people who say mean stuff, people who don't work with you but work against you. So that might also be the case for you. This animal came here to teach you that, and look at what that has brought you. It's the Empress. So definitely, if you resonate with the story that you want to have children, this animal has been or has prepared you to be a parent, basically, and how to take care of children, or maybe even people in general. Maybe you're some kind of caregiver for maybe elderly people, or people who just need help from others, you know. And this, it has you, so I'm so sorry. I just stumbled all over my words. This animal has helped you to become this Empress, to become this nurturing figure as well. It's almost as if you are now at the same level of this animal over here. You are the same kind of nurturing creature, even though you are obviously not an animal, so it works much different for us humans, you know. Nurturing is different for us humans than it just is for like a dog, for example. But you are here represented by the Empress, and it's like this animal is very proud of you that you became this, because in a way, again, this animal sees themselves as your star mother, as the one who taught you lessons in like the spirit realm, or who taught your subconscious certain things that you needed to learn in this lifetime, so that you could use them so you could use those skills for the things that you want to do in this life. And this animal is incredibly proud of you. Also, like, if they have already passed on, they're still watching over you, like this cute little grandma who's very proud of her grandchildren is also an image I'm getting. And we have the Eight of Wands. So this Eight of Wands is predicting like a lot of fortune and blessings within your near future. Things are starting to speed up. Things are starting to get moving again. So for some of you, I feel like this animal has recently passed away, and you're still kind of grieving over this passing, and you're trying to get your life back together. Well, this card is telling you that soon, like I said, you're going to go back to normal in some kind of way, but you're going to be healing from this, and you're going to improve and develop from like whatever like this animal meant to you and what it taught to you. If that is not the case, if this animal did not recently pass on, it is giving you the message that soon blessings are going to come in. It might be that, like, because of the direction of these wands, they are coming out of the sky, that you get like a message from like the sky, so from through the ether, like an email or a text message on social media or anything like that. You're getting some kind of fortunate message and blessing in the near future, is what this animal is telling you. Maybe if you have been looking for to adopt another animal, but you're having trouble with finding one that suits you well, or you think is going to suit you well, if that is the case, then there will be like, you know, divine timing, and this animal will, like, I don't know, arrive on your Facebook timeline or whatever. So you will see like an advertisement or a message that there are animals up for adoption, and then that way you find the animal that you were looking for. Next up, we have the Two of Wands, and this card, like, for those of you who resonate with the story that this animal has moved on, this animal is telling you that they are entirely safe, they are doing very well, they're not in pain, they're like not in any trouble, they're totally fine, because there's this beautiful castle in the background. It really feels like they are in a safe place, they're in a good place, they're not bitter or anything. Maybe you did not really, like, you realized that your relationship wasn't, you know, really good, also here with the Five of Cups, and you kind of regret that you weren't like kinder to this animal, or you did not pay it enough attention. If that's the case, this animal is telling you, do not worry, it's all fine. This is like just how it happened, it's how it was meant to be. Like, this animal was supposed to teach you these hard lessons through tough love, and obviously you are human, so from your human's perspective you might have done things that you regret now, but this animal's like, it's all fine, there is no bitterness, there's no judgment, it does not hold any grudges, it's completely safe now, it's not in pain, it's totally fine, and it wants you to remember. It wants you to remember it by the lessons that it taught you, and the beautiful moments that you had together, and the moments that you did connect with each other. And also, this animal wants you to think about the moment once you realize that you were the Empress, and that this animal was more than just a pet or just an animal. Because I see that at one point you did realize that maybe this animal was more than that. It was here to teach me something. So this animal also wants you to focus on that, and not focus on what might have happened between the two of you in the past. Just focus on who you are now. Focus on like the lessons that you learned from this animal, and not think about that. Remember this animal for what it gave to you, for what you learned from it, basically, because that's why it came to you, that's why it incarnated with you, to teach you certain things, and that like mission has been accomplished. So this animal is like totally fine, and it appreciates all the time that you spent with it. And even if your relationship might have not been the absolute best, it still is very grateful that you got to share those moments, because this animal was also very aware of the fact that because it had to teach you these things, like I said before, through tough love, that your relationship you two might have not been very close because of that. This animal was fully aware of it, but it's like, if I have to teach pile number 2 these things, and pile number 2 is not going to like me that much, then that's fine, then that's all right, and it still has like the same perspective on the whole situation. My god, I'm still so short of breath. I really have to take breathing pauses in between. This is going to be so annoying to edit. But anyways, let's have a look at our next card. We have the moon, and there's actually a rabbit on this card, so maybe you the animal we're talking about here is a rabbit, although like honestly I'm also really getting cat vibes because as you might or might not know, cats can be really grumpy or really picky about what kind of people they like. So I'm just getting cat vibes, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So here with the moon card, underneath the Empress, it's telling you that even though you have realized that you have learned certain lessons from this animal, there are still lessons that you have learned, but you're not fully aware of it yet. So this animal has a bigger impact on your life than you are currently aware of. There are still more things that will be brought to the light about what you learned. And I definitely feel that you are an inspiration to, like, how do I say it? It's like you are an inspiration to other like animals who also like want to incarnate with a human to teach them things, It's kind of like it almost feel like you're a pioneer in this, that it has not happened very often that like an animal and a human really came into this experience for this. This is what I'm getting. Maybe, again, this is the moon card, so it's talking about hidden things. Maybe more will be revealed to you about this later on. Could also be related to the Eight of Wands that we were talking about before, that certain blessings are finding your way. But at least this moon card is telling you there is still a part of this story that you don't know of yet. There's still a perspective that's hidden here, but this is only positive. I do need to mention that. Especially with the Empress here, it's just that you will still discover certain parts of yourself or certain lessons you learned that are going to be like beneficial for you and that you will regard as positive. So there is something still hidden from you, but you don't have to worry about it because it's not like any bad things that are going to happen to you or, you know, anything like that. It's only positive is what I'm getting. So let's have one more card. Those are 4. No, I just said one more card. One more card to finish this tarot spread with, and then we'll move on to some more oracle cards. So what last message do you have for pile number 2? Let's see. We have 2 cards here, but they kind of go together in my opinion, so I'm going to show them together. We have the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So this is again kind of resembling that bitterness and regrets over the past, and it is here underneath the 8 of Wands. So I do feel like this is an energy of the past. If it's not an energy of the past yet, this animal is telling you to move on from any grudges you hold. It's quite funny because this card with kind of a similar message also came out in pile number 1. So it seems to be really a theme that these animals that I'm channeling in these readings want you guys to not linger over the past or whatever happened in the past. Like whatever happened to you or to you and this animal, this animal wants you to forget. It wants you to forgive yourself for whatever happened, because it understands that you also might not have been in the like perfect situation to take care of this animal. You might have been having some personal issues that you were struggling with, and it's telling you with the Ace of Cups as well to like move on and to not hold on to things that happened in the past. Do not hold on to mistakes you did in the past. Just move on from it. Allow yourself to move on from it and start moving forward again. In both of these cards we have like the same castle, so there's kind of also a connection between those two cards. So if you do resonate with the fact that this might be an animal that passed on, the message for you here is as well to not worry about where this animal is now, or what it's doing in the spirit realm, how it is doing. Like I said before, it's totally fine. It is doing very well. It's happy. It's at a safe place, and because of this animal wants you to know that, so that you can also let go of any regrets or any grudges or any bitterness you have regarding this animal or regarding yourself even. So it's asking you to please move on and to let go of any regrets that you have as well. So with that all being said, let's move on to our oracle cards. For pile number 2, what other message do you have? Whoa. We have recovery. So yeah, recover from, like, this could be a general message as well. If there is anything you need to recover from, like an illness or a surgery, or even something like a breakup, or losing your job, or anything like that, the message here is to focus on your recovery, focus on creating that empress, focus on what you learned from this animal, and on a more specific note, like if related to this animal, again, it's asking you to let go of, like, I'm not going to repeat myself too much, so this is the last time I'm going to say this. Let go of any regrets or any grudges you hold towards this animal or towards yourself regarding this animal. Let go of it, recover. You might want to sit in meditation. You might want to do some kind of angel meditation or meditation with angels. In the background, I also have some angel meditation music on, so that might help as well. Connect to your higher self. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for whatever happened. That could also be just a message in general, not necessarily related to this animal. But allow yourself to recover, allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to cry as well if that's what you need to do. Just let your emotions flow, let your feelings just go wherever they need to go, right? Just allow that to happen, and once they are flowing, they will also flow out of you, and then, once they have flowed out, you will no longer be troubled by them, is also a message I'm getting. Let's shuffle this deck as well. Oh, that was fast. Oh, this is gorgeous. We have the green Tara with supreme protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, trust. And I immediately feel that this is connected to the moon card. This is what is still happening behind the scenes, even if this animal has passed on already, or you're not in contact with that animal anymore. You are being protected because you're going through some kind of transformation in which you are letting go of the old. You're letting go of old relationships, certain attachments as well, and you're being taught to trust yourself, to trust like your own decision making and your own discernment. I definitely feel like Green Tarot herself is also very present also through this card as well. So she's really offering you as well, that's the idea of protection. You are protected. There is something that not necessarily that you need protection from, but it feels more like you have not been protecting yourself well enough. So you're receiving help as well from Green Tarot as from this animal that we're talking about as well. So certain cords are being cut. Could definitely be that could definitely result in the Eight of Wands here with the blessings and fortune I was talking about before. I don't feel that you necessarily need to do anything for this. I feel like this is going to come pretty naturally. Those cords will be cut for you, and I don't want you to think like this is going to be like anything extreme dramatic, like you're going to lose your job or whatever, but it's that I see that little by little certain cords to certain things are going to be cut, and you will suddenly notice that you have just a disinterest in something that you used to be interested in, and through that happening you are slowly going to like move on into the right direction. You're going to move on from the past, as we were talking about with the Eight of Cups. Let's shuffle one last card before I end the reading. So any last message? You have for pile number 3. I'm getting the message that this animal we're talking about might have actually been an animal from your childhood. So that maybe it passed on like already years and years ago. That's also a possibility. It does not have to be recent for you guys. It might be an animal from your childhood. Or maybe even like an animal from your like grandparents. What last message do you have? For pile 2. We have the gift of connection, number 8. And I love that it's number 8 because 8, talks to me about indeed connection, about being deeply connected. It's talking to me about like soulmates and soul connections. So the last message this animal wants to give to you is that you are still connected. Even if this animal has passed on a long time ago, you guys are still connected, because time as it does in our earth plane does not exist in the spirit realm. So for this animal, it is not like 5 or 10 years ago, since the last time you saw each other. You can connect to this animal like within this very moment. You can connect to this animal right after you click off this video, and it will feel like that animal has never even left. It has never been gone. And with this necklace here that she's holding, it might be like, again, that this animal first was like your grandparents, and then it switched owners to like your parents or something like that, so that it's kind of a family heirloom, if you know what I mean. So the animals passed throughout your family for whatever reason that is. Or this necklace represents still that connection, that attachment you have to this animal. And again, it is totally fine to be connected to this animal, but it does want to remind you to only connect through the things that you loved or that you appreciated about this animal, and not the things that you have regrets about. So this animal's letting you know the two of you are always connected, even if in the past you did not get along very well. The connection still exists. It's not frozen, it's not gone, it's not dead. The connection still exists, just like these flowers, they're blooming. it can still grow if you're like interested in that, or maybe you just simply want to connect to this animal a little bit, or even if you don't want to do that and you are just fine by watching this big card, you know, also totally fine. But this animal wants you to remind you that even if several years have passed since the last time you saw each other, this animal still has an influence over you, over how you were growing and developing because of the lessons it taught you, and this connection will always and forever exist, even if you have forgotten about it before. So with that last message, I am going to end your reading here. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I also really enjoyed it. I've never done this type of reading before, but I realized that I really love sharing messages about animals as well, because they're like so pure at heart as well. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it and I hope it resonated for you. In case it did, you can leave a like, you can comment, and you can subscribe so we can see each other in more videos like this. Bye guys! Hello there, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. We are first going to have a look at this card over here to see what kind of message this animal of yours wants to start off with, or just to kind of get a feeling of who this animal exactly is. So we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So for you guys, pile number 3, I'm picking up that this animal, or like more likely this pet, is actually someone, or is actually an animal that has not been born yet, or it's an animal that you have not adopted yet, could be as well, but you will be in the future. Or more specifically, about an animal that has not been born yet, maybe you currently have like another animal who's pregnant, or you're planning on adopting an animal, you know, from someone else because their pet is pregnant, so that could be as well. But I'm definitely feeling that this animal has either not been born yet, you have not adopted it yet, or it's still very, very young. So there is still, for some of you, it could still be that you already adopted this animal, or it like has already been born, but it's still very, very young. So that is definitely the first thing that I'm picking up here. But regardless of the situation, this animal is very excited to come into your life, actually. Like the image that I'm getting is like this little lamb that is like very energetic and very playful, that's like jumping and running around and is very excited to like meet its new owner. So it could be a lamb or like a sheep for you, or any other kind of farm animal. Does not have to be though, could also be any domestic animal. But yeah, this animal is very excited for you to come in. It cannot wait until it will be entering your life, basically. It's so super excited. Like this woman here in the card, she's throwing her hands up towards the light. It's like, yes, it's coming. I'm birthing a new age. I'm birthing a new creation. So even if you guys already have your eye on a certain animal, or like when you want to adopt, it's that animal, and it's very excited for you to like go and get it and to adopt it. So that's really cute. That's so cute. Let's have a look at the tarot. What other messages, or what messages do you have for pile number 3? What messages do you have for pile number 3? I'm also hearing, for some of you guys, it could be a donkey. So we here have the card 7 of Wands. So that's kind of representing the personality of this animal. Like the energy here is like as if this animal wants to like fight everything in a very playful way. So kind of mischievous in a way, just to just starting trouble just for the fun of it. That's kind of like the personality of this animal, and to just mess around a little bit from like a just still from like a friendly perspective though. So it's not anything mean or aggressive or anything, but it's just like very fun, very playful, very youthful, full of energy. Let's see, we have over here the Ace of Wands. And we have the Five of Pentacles, and this card came out in pile 1 and 2 as well. So that's interesting that it came out here as well. So what I'm getting here, and this is going to be a very specific message. So if this does not resonate, it just means it wasn't meant for you. Don't worry about it. But what I'm getting is that you have been, or you went through something, or you're currently going through something very difficult, and you basically need an animal to help you, to take care of you. Kind of like a therapy dog, for example, is the vibe that I'm getting. So this is either like, you know, you decide to get this animal, or someone advises you to get an animal, or someone is going to like give you this animal. It could be all three of those situations. But this animal is coming into your life to help you deal with something. It might be a depression, it might be dealing with panic attacks as well, or some kind of anxiety. Again, if this does not resonate, then this part of the reading is not for you, but let's get into different interpretations later on. But this, yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a therapy dog, especially because this animal is so energetic, it's so playful, it's very bright. It's kind of like, you know, the Fool card, where there's most of the time in most depictions, there's also a dog in the card there who is following the Fool who's about to leap off the edge of a mountain. And it's kind of like this animal embodies the energy of the dog that is in that card. And this animal is supposed to like just raise your spirits and make you feel happier. Also, if you have dealt with abandonment in your childhood, or you still have some abandonment issues, feelings of unworthiness, feeling like you're not beautiful enough, or not valuable enough, not good enough, this animal is also going to help you. So even if this is not like, you're not getting this animal specific for, you know, anything you're struggling with is in specific, this animal is still going to help you to deal with certain things. So even if you do not have in mind, oh, I'm going to get this animal to help me, like whatever, deal with my depression or my panic attacks or something like that, still, if that's not the case, this animal is going to help you with certain things. Like I said before, if you're feeling unworthy, if you're just feeling sad a lot of the time, you're feeling like you're not good enough, this animal is going to help you because of that energy that it embodies. So fit it to your situation. You know, maybe there are certain things that you do indeed feel like, well, maybe I would really benefit from indeed an animal, because that would make me feel happier, or that would make me take care of something and just be in a moment more, you know, and be more, or, you know, teach responsibility could be as well. So fit it to your situation, fit it to however it works for you. But this animal is going to be a light in your darkness, regardless of your situation. It's going to bring you inspiration. You might be going on walks, or going to nature to spend time with this animal. So that of course really depends what kind of animal this is, because obviously you're probably not going to take like a cat or like your hamster to the park. Well, maybe you do, I'm not judging, but like I said, it just depends on what kind of animal you are getting. But you're going to do like appropriate things with that animal that are going to energize you as well. You're going to be playing with that animal in whatever way that is possible. Let's see. the Emperor card jumped out. So this animal, even though they might not be in your life yet, they see themselves as kind of your protector, someone who takes care of you. And it's also funny because in pile number 1, like, the roles were reversed. It was actually pile number 1 that was taking care of the animal, but here this animal is really going to be taking care of you. This is really giving me that very young, youthful energy that is just like so energetic and so eager to do things. Like, it really reminds me of Brother Bear. If you've seen that movie, I've like seen it like a long time ago, so I don't remember it exactly, but there is this little baby bear, like this little brother bear that that is kind of like, that's the same kind of energy that bear is like, kind of kind of reckless, very energetic, just very adventurous, and sometimes does things without thinking, but is still very cute while doing it. So that's also really the energy that this animal of yours embodies as well. And at the same time, especially with the eagle here, this animal wants to be your protector. It wants to take care of you, even if it's like, imagine like this little, I don't know, Chihuahua or like Pomeranian, and you know, you're walking down the street and it starts barking at people because it wants to protect you. It's like, it's very endearing that that dog wants to protect you, but it's like super small and super cute and like not dangerous at all. So it's like, well, thank you for trying to protect me, but I don't really need that protection, you know, because the dog is so small. That's also kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So this animal is not only like very eager to protect you and very playful and such, but it definitely feels that it's not really able to protect you physically, but it does really want to do that. Basically, it's like so super cute. Like pile number 3, if you already have in mind which animal this is going to be, please let me know, because it sounds so absolutely cute, and I'm really wondering if it's actually going to be like a small dog or even a hamster or something like that. The next card we have is a 2 of Cups, and this animal will see you, actually sees you already as their best friend. You're like the best buddies. You go on walks together, or you, I don't know, do fun things together. You go to the lake, or you just play together, and I don't know, maybe you do your makeup or you dress up in front of this animal, and it just also enjoys seeing you putting your makeup on or whatever. It's really something like that. Like, you're the best buddies, you're best friends, and that is why this animal is also so very eager to come into your life, because it really sees you as a best friend. That, I mean, of course you want to be with your best friend, right? That's like the whole vibe. That's the whole thing that's going on here. Let's have one last tarot card and then move on to the oracle. Pile number 3. What other message do you have? I'm hearing that it might be a surprise, so you might get this animal as a gift, or maybe it will, you know, you're not planning on adopting an animal, but for some reason, like, the circumstances change, and you will finally decide on adopting an animal, or maybe you receive it for like whatever reason. So for some of you, it might be quite unexpected, and at first you're like, what should I do with this animal? Like, I'm not an experienced animal owner, or I wasn't planning on getting an animal, but now it's here. Like, what should I do with it? But don't worry, you two are going to get along fine, because the energy of this animal is just so contagious. It's so high vibe, so energetic. Like don't worry about it. It's going, yeah, the two of you are going to get along really well. There we have our last cards. Let's see. We have the Seven of Coins. Oh, I was just like, no, it's a 6. Yeah, I was confused for a moment. It's a 6 of Coins. I'm sorry. The 6 of Pentacles. And we have the King of Swords. Great. Let's see. So with the 5 and the 6 of Pentacles here, again, this animal is really going to help you develop a sense of worth. Also with the King of Swords here, this animal is going to teach you, or is going to help you realize that what you basically need to do in order to love yourself more, to value yourself more, and how you should in that way also like portray yourself to others. So with the King of Swords, the message is, if you like want others to respect you and to love you, you should first of all love and respect yourself, but you should also make clear towards people that you have certain boundaries that they cannot cross, and you have certain truths that you're not going to change your mind about, like certain values, you have certain belief systems that you're like really like attached to and really means a lot to you, or maybe even hobbies, or like a clothing preference, or some kind of style, or a kind of job that you really want to do. So this animal is like indirectly going to teach you how to basically just be authentic, and how to also like invest in your own integrity, and to really care about your own integrity, and to stand firm about your own truths, about what you believe in, and to also stand up for yourself once it is necessary. So this animal is going to teach you to value yourself, and then indirectly that is going to teach you how you should treat yourself, and how you want others to treat you as well. So that is very beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful. This animal is going to be very empowering to you, and it's going to be your best friend, like I said before, and that is why it has such a beautiful and powerful influence on you, because what this animal is going to teach you really comes from a place of love and appreciation, and about caring for someone, and even also protection. So this animal also wants to see you thrive. It wants to see you become abundant, also like abundant in terms of money, but also in terms of self-love, and in terms of how you value yourself. And it's really going to encourage you and empower you. So that is like really beautiful. Let's move on to the oracle cards now. What message do you have for pile number 3? I am hearing the word patience, so you might still need to be a little bit more patient before this animal is going to come in. Here we have the card yes. So if you were just asking yourself a question, the answer is yes. If you were like not asking yourself any question in specific, this yes is telling you to say yes to your dreams. So that's the message this animal has for you, even though you might need to be patient a little bit more before this animal comes in. You can already start saying yes to your dreams, and start saying yes to yourself, start saying yes to the things that you want. And here with the sun and the moon, she's holding those in both her hands. It's like you're going to establish like a balance between like your, let's say, your extrovert and your introvert side, but I don't really want to label those things like that, because I think, you know, no one is entirely extrovert, no one is entirely introvert, but like it's you need, like I said before here, you're going to come to a certain level of confidence as well about how much you value yourself, how much you care for yourself, and the amount of respect yourself is also going to reflect in the way how people respect you. So that's kind of with this balance here, that you show yourself towards the outside world as who you truly are, and at the same time you also take care of your inner world, if you know what I mean. So like your inner self, your thoughts, your soul, those kind of things, like you take care of that. So that's kind of like the introvert side, being more directed within, towards within. And then also towards the outside, like your extroverted side, you're also showing yourself as someone who is confident and someone who respects themselves as well. So there will be a balance between these two things eventually, is what the message is. And yes, this animal is going to help you with that, but again, you can already start working on this. You do not need to wait for this animal to come in, because this animal is just going to be like a catalyst to your development, basically. So don't feel like you need to wait in order for you to like I don't know, achieve your dreams or become a better version of yourself and start learning new things and such. So don't feel like you need to hold back. Like, the time is now. You have the green light to go. Like, do it now. You can even what I'm picking up is that you might want to do some research on certain things, on like how to be confident or how to love yourself, or even how to take care of an animal if that is something that you are insecure about, because that could also be one of the reasons why this animal is going to come in, because you're going to learn how to take care of an animal. And maybe right now you might be quite insecure about, how do I take care of an animal, how do I take care of another life? And this animal coming into your life will show you that you are indeed capable of that, and that you are definitely allowed to be, and you should be confident about that as well. So that's another very beautiful message for you. Let's have another message with this deck. Let's see. There was one that flipped over, but I don't know which one it was. I think it flipped back over. Let's take these two cards then. So we first of all have Saint Germain with karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So I do feel that that really belongs to this side with the yes card over here. You can decide which path in life you are going to pursue. I always encourage this in my readings as well. You make your own choices. You get to decide what you want to do. Like, your fate is not in anyone else's hand. You have the power to like change your reality. You can consciously create your reality by making choices about what it is that you want. And this card is again encouraging you, maybe if you don't know what you want yet, to think about what is it that you want, what is it that you desire. I do definitely feel that this animal is also going to help you with that, by the way. And again, to go back to how you like portray yourself to the outside world, to not care about how other people view you or what other people say about you behind your back. Move beyond that drama. Do not invest in it, because if you're going to invest in it, it's going to get bigger. It's going to grow even more. And if there's drama about you, you want that to go away, right? You don't want it to become bigger. You want to ignore it. You want to move beyond it. Create your own path. So if people are saying, like, let's take this very simple example. If people are saying you are not beautiful enough or you're not tall enough to become a model, but it's your dream to become a model and do runway shows, then don't listen to those other people, and tell yourself, like, and believe in that as well. I am a supermodel. I am a runway model. It does not matter what other people say. Like, even if they say that, a certain job like that, not a lot of people become successful in that, and it's not, it's not like a stable job, you don't get a lot of income, blah 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 blah. If that's what people are telling you and that makes you insecure, just tell yourself, you know, those other people might believe that, it might be true for them, but I am the exception. If I want to be a supermodel, I can be that because I am the exception. And allow yourself to make that choice for yourself. Allow yourself to really believe in what it is that you want. And this was obviously a very simple example about becoming a model, but it goes for anything. Allow yourself to become that person that you want to, even if it sounds like unachievable, or if it sounds weird, or if no one has ever done it before. Like, if something has not been done before, it does not mean it's impossible. It simply means that someone like needs to take the action. Someone needs to have courage enough and talent enough to actually do it. So you can be the first one to do whatever it is that you want. So this message is, like I said, really connected to this part of you choosing what it is that you want to do, and you going after after your desires. And you don't have to wait for this animal to come in, because it's giving you this message. You can already start pursuing your dreams now. Release that drama, move beyond the drama, don't care about what other people think, and focus on yourself. Make room for good energy, all right? The next card we have is Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And isn't that just beautiful? Like, this card says, move on from the drama, make room for good energy. And then here we have, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming over you. So as you move beyond that drama, as you make room for good energy, waves of inspiration, waves of love are coming towards you. You are going to know what your desires are, how you want to share your gifts, how you want to use your talents. So also be patient with that, because I'm also seeing the rose here, which is very delicate. So it's reminding me that you need to take this step by step. You need to be delicate with it. You don't have to rush into it. This is a marathon and it's not a sprint, and it's important for you to remember that. Like, the journey of loving yourself is a marathon and it's not a sprint. So fit this to however it resonates for you, right? Maybe it's about a dream of yours, or maybe it's something that you want to achieve, a kind of job you want to have, or maybe it's about indeed you loving yourself, or you finding like a specific partner or anything like that. So fit it to your situation. Like, you have the gifts to achieve what it is that you want, no matter what it is. No matter what it is related to, you have the gifts to achieve what it is that you want. Pile number 3. Alright, let's have one last card, and then I will end the reading. So for pile number 3, let's have one final message. Let's have this one. Oh wow, we have to dance with joy with number 18. And isn't that, like, this card is so cute, but as well, dance with joy, that is like the whole vibe, the whole energy of this animal of yours, is to dance with joy, to dance with life, to enjoy life, and to not take it so seriously. Pile number 3, I feel like you might take life too seriously at times, and there is no judgment from my part, because I actually also feel like that message might be for me, that I at times I take things a little bit too serious. So and try to feel more joy in the moment. And if it's hard for you to find joy in the moments that you have, make some kind of plans to actually do something that you think is fun to do, and something that will make you feel joyful. We have a lot of foxes here, so maybe you would like to go to a zoo, or maybe like hang around with animals in some other kind of way that you just kind of get to connect to that very high level spirited energy of animals, or maybe take a walk in the forest as well, or near a lake where you, I don't know, maybe you can spot some like squirrels or whatever. Just somewhere where it's very peaceful, there might be some animals around as well, and enjoy that moment. Like I said, if you cannot find any moments of joy within your life, then create them and plan something. Go somewhere where you like, and also get out of your comfort zone a little bit, is what I'm hearing. Get out of your comfort zone, do something that you normally would not do, but you know, you have been wanting to do it for a while, but you're not really sure if it's, you know, should I do it, should I not do it? Just take the risk, go out of your comfort zone, and you know, if you will not like it, then you don't have to do it again. But you know, maybe you do actually really like it, and then you have found something that you can do with joy. You might also be into a dance or any kind of music as well, because we have dance over here. So invest in something that makes you happy and that lifts your spirits. I mean, dancing and movement, it's generally just, it gets your like energy flowing, so any kind of movement or exercise is going to lift your spirits as well. Or maybe simply spending time in nature and taking a walk is also, you're also going to find that very joyful, and it's going to make you very happy as well. So with that last message, I am going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for watching pile number 3. I really hope you enjoyed it. I did really enjoy doing this reading for you. I totally love the energy of this animal that is coming in for you. Please let me know if this reading resonated for you, and if you liked it as well. You can do that by liking, by commenting, and of course you can subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated in case I post more videos like this. So hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!